don't go near bears and lions. So I wanted to make this video to talk about the top statements that I hear when it comes to ironic pronatalist statements. The first one that I wanted to start by talking about is when pronatalists say that their utmost priority is to protect the child. This is absolutely illogical. The minute you put a child into this world, they are prone to every sort of harm under the sun. They're prone to getting kidnapped, to getting cancer, to getting raped, to becoming wastelands. So this idea that parents, on the one hand, want to protect their children, but on the other hand, want to bring them into this world is an absolute ironic paradigm. The second statement, such as this, is when it comes to sterilization. Society tells people that, especially young people, that you're too young to make life-altering decisions. You're too young to choose to become sterile. You're too young to get a vasectomy. But they allow them to have children, which is very ironic and very backwards. There's no sense in that. There's no logic in that. A third most common thing is the responsibility of parenthood does not translate into needing any kind of license or certificate or any kind of warrant that implies that the person has responsibility. Parenthood is a huge responsibility, a financial responsibility, an emotional responsibility, a psychological responsibility, and for everything that requires a lot of responsibility, we make it mandatory for people to pass some sort of certification. For instance, driving a car, or operating a forklift. But when it comes to parenthood, we give everybody the right to have children. Another irony that I notice is that everybody supports procreation. Everybody says it's your right to bring out a life. It's your right to put out a life. But when it comes to matters of taking your own life and receiving euthanasia, then people start to question it. People start to think, oh, we can't let people commit suicide. That's something we have to forbid them from. So that's a very backwards way of thinking. Why are you allowed to create a life and subject them to all sorts of harms, but you're not allowed to take your own life? And the same applies with situations of murder. You're allowed to take a life, you're allowed to kill somebody, you're allowed to subject them to death. You can't have children, but you can have children. And as soon as you have children, you are subjecting them to death. Every child born is going to die. Every cradle is a grave. Every kid is going to suffer, age, and die. So that's just the cold, hard truth. But society just has this very illogical, crazy way of thinking where they don't have logical beliefs. Their beliefs are all illogical. Another similar irony that I've noticed is how parents don't feel indebted to their children. Parents feel as though they gave children the gift of life and that's it. The children should be grateful, they should be happy, but that's so nonsensical because the parents are the ones responsible for all the suffering, all the aches, all the harms, all the horrors the child will go through. If it wasn't for the parent having a kid, then the child would not have to suffer. It's that simple. It's clear as day. And when you really start to think about it, there's all sorts of different ironies in this that lie at the core. So, pronatalism is perhaps the most illogical, inconsistent way of thinking. And that's just what I wanted to make this video in regards to, is all the different ironies, all the different inconsistencies in pronatalist thinking. And this is a cool coffin, shaped cool toy that I have, and it's very comfy. You can lie in it for hours. You can float. It's almost like a little bed. You can even sleep with it. It's very comfy.